What's up, spectators? Welcome back to another episode of Phoenix Wright Ace 30 Dual Destinies. We currently finished up the first portion of the first trial where we've proven that the tail that had the fingerprints of Junie, it in fact came from her own doll. What's it called? Bum Rap Riney? I think that's what it was called. So let's go ahead and continue with the game. That was so exciting, boss. We did it. True to form, you managed to just barely pull it off at the very last moment. True to form. Gee, I never knew you had such a glowing opinion of me. Thank you for everything you're doing. You did great, Miss Woods. You really stuck it out. And you got really brave at the end, just when we needed you the most, Junie. Thanks to you, we were able to turn things around. Well, you were the one who gave me that courage, Athena. Heh, really? Hehe, thanks. So be honest, was I any help at all? Of course. Without you, we would have never gotten out of that tight spot. That's good to hear. I may still have a lot to learn, but you can bet I'm going to give it my all. I'll be so good that one day you'll call me your partner. That's what I like to hear, if you know what I mean. Analytical psychology. The ability to solve the riddles of a person's heart. Athena's true potential is beginning to really shine through now. Hey, where's Apollo anyway? Good question. I almost forgot about him. I assumed he'd still be here in the lobby. Oh, I know, maybe he's still in courtroom number 4. Courtroom number 4? What were you doing at the scene of the explosion? When I came out to the lobby to rest, I told Apollo about Bum Rap Riney. I told him I dropped the Riney in the courtroom as I was trying to escape before the blast. And then Apollo said he had an idea where Riney might be, so he went to take a look together. He? Huh, I guess Apollo can be pretty nice when he wants to be. So you went looking for Riney together before you called back into courtroom number 5? Yes, I'd had some time to rest, so I was able to go and look for him. But then they called me into courtroom number 5 to testify. Apollo insisted on staying there, though. With all those injuries, I wonder how he's managing. I think Apollo might have figured something out. Wonder what it was. He told me, I'm going to look for evidence to clear your name, Juniper. Just maybe he found some new piece of evidence? Anyway, we'd better go and get him. Good idea. Oh, we'll see. December. Still the same day. What, 30 minutes later? Number 4? Yeah. Called it.
Where are you, Apollo? Trial's over for today. Come on, I know you're... No.
That was really dramatic. Who could have done such a thing? Man, Apollo's really taking a beating. If you take both of his eyes, then he really can't do anything at all. Episode 1 turnabout countdown. Good. Yep. Save it. Save it real good. Thank you. So it is the next day. Oh, it's so slow. Oh, it's so slow. This isn't exactly how I envisioned the second day of this trial to start. But given how things ended yesterday... Good morning. Come on, say something. What is all this? The mood sure is tense. Not that that's any surprise. You guys are killing me. Oh, hey, did you read the paper this morning, boss? The paper? That came out of left field. You didn't read it? Then you don't know the big news. Someone spotted an abominable snowman way up in the mountains. Tell me the difference between a paper and a tabloid, Athena. It might show up in the forest where you live, Junie. So you better watch out. Okay? Yeah, come on. You really should read the story for yourself. I couldn't even begin to do it justice. Justice! You're so insensitive. Oh, poor Apollo. It's all my fault. Athena! Oh, Judy, what was I thinking? I'm so sorry. What we found yesterday was not Apollo's dead body, thank goodness. He'd been assaulted by someone with a blow to his head and was lying unconscious. We rushed him to the hospital right away, and it looks like he's gonna pull through. But it was still quite a shock to stumble onto a scene like that. Is Miss Woods alright, Athena? Well, I managed to get her to stop crying. Now she's resting on that sofa over there. I guess she really feels responsible for what happened to Apollo. Poor Junie. She believes that the reason Apollo was attacked is because he was helping her look for something in that courtroom. Oh, guess I can see why she'd think that. By the way, how are you doing? Who, me? Yeah, you. Couldn't be. I know you're concerned about Miss Woods, but are you alright? Me? I'm doing just fine, boss. I mean, yeah, it was a huge shock, but I'm alright. People who've studied analytical psychology are great at times like these. That's a weird generalization. After all, they've learned how to control their own emotions, too. Somehow, I don't think it's as easy as she makes it sound. But there's no denying she's a real trooper. Apollo doesn't remember a thing, does he? Yeah, he can't recall anything from the time right before he was assaulted. Nothing about what he was doing in courtroom number 4, or who assaulted him. The doctor said it's probably due to that hit he took to the head. Assaulted in a court of law and losing your memory at that. I know how that feels. But who in the world would do such a thing? Huh, Mr. Wright? Grrr, just wait till I get my hands on the coward who hurt our Apollo. Now, Athena, I thought you said you were in control of your emotions. Let's focus on helping Miss Woods, okay? But I admit I'm just as upset as you. Okay, boss, you're right. Apollo's assailant can wait until after we clear Junie's name. That's the spirit. Now, let's see. I better check the court record one more time before the trial starts. If memory serves, when I have more than 6 pieces of evidence, I should be able to switch pages with plus or analog stick. Earth to Mr. Wright, I'm waiting whenever you are. All right, let's get ready to rumble. You bet. That's the problem when they show, with everything that happened with Apollo, I didn't have time for a proper investigation. It's no fun when they kind of show you who the killer was in the beginning, in the flashback, you know, before the trial starts. I can't let that stop me, though. I have to get this right for Miss Woods' sake and Apollo's, too. Oh, Apollo, as useless as ever. Actually, no. He's being really useless now, though. Just get a sip of my water. Okay. Courtroom number 5, yes. Day 2. Court is now in session. All rise. Court will now reconvene for the trial of Juniper Woods. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. The defense is also ready, Your Honor. Now then, I believe I instructed the prosecution to further their investigation. Were you able to locate the remote switch in question? I'm afraid the remote switch is still missing, Your Honor. I must say, I'm disappointed, Mr. Payne. Not angry, just disappointed. I apologize, Your Honor. Aha! Looks like the prosecution is just as unprepared as I am. There is a separate matter, however, that I would like to bring up during this trial. A separate matter, you say? And what might that be? I assume you're aware that another incident occurred during yesterday's trial. I'm speaking, of course, of the assault on Mr. Justice in the ruins of courtroom number 4. Uh-oh, why is he bringing that up? Yes, what a truly harrowing experience it must have been. Poor Mr. Justice. At the time of the attack, Mr. Justice was not alone. He was with the defendant, Miss Juniper Woods. He isn't going where I think he's going with this, is he? The prosecution wishes to indict Miss Woods on the charge of Mr. Justice's assault. Rabble, 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 rabble. Silence! Order in the court. Mr. Payne, this incident under deliberation here is the courtroom bombing. The assault on Mr. Justice has nothing to do with this trial. But I believe there is a connection between this case and Mr. Justice's assault. Please take a moment to consider these facts. Both events occurred in courtroom number 4. This is the location in courtroom number 4 where the unconscious Mr. Justice was discovered. As you can see, it's quite close to where Detectives Army's body was found. Courtroom number 4 diagram added to the court record. A diagram of the courtroom as it was when Apollo was discovered after the assault. The question is, why did the culprit feel the need to maliciously attack Mr. Justice? Why indeed? What do you believe their motive to be, Mr. Payne? I believe Mr. Justice found something in that courtroom while Miss Woods was with him. Evidence that fingered her as the perpetrator of the bombing. Word choice. You mean he found some incriminating evidence? Precisely, and so I surmise that the defendant picked up a piece of rubble and hit Mr. Justice on the back of the head in order to silence him. Judy would never do such a thing. She was devastated when we found Apollo hurt like that. Miss Cykes, please control your outbursts. It is the prosecution's belief that by deliberating on Mr. Justice's assault, we will draw ever closer to the truth of the courtroom bombing itself. Very well, Miss Woods is hereby officially indicted on the charge of assaulting Mr. Justice. What? Why are you listening to Mr. Toupee over there? Although, considering our conversation yesterday, I think Apollo might have figured something out. Wonder what it was. He told me, I'm going to look for evidence to clear your name, Juniper. Maybe the two incidents really are related after all. Duh, Phoenix, come on now. I would like to start by hearing from the defendant herself. Very well, bailiff, please bring Miss Woods to the witness stand. Oh. I'm sorry. I can't seem to stop. Smells good. Miss Woods. Guess she's still really upset about Apollo. Miss Woods, you went to the ruins of courtroom number 4 with Mr. Justice, did you not? Yes, I did. Good, good. If you would, then please testify about what happened to the court. Testimony time, alone with Apollo. That sounds interesting. During the trial yesterday, I was overcome by a fit of coughing. Apollo stayed with me, and we went to the courtroom ruins together. But then I was called back to this courtroom to give testimony. Apollo insisted on staying behind in courtroom number 4. I swear I didn't attack Apollo. Why would I ever hurt such a kind person? So Mr. Justice stayed by your side while you were feeling unwell? What an admirable young man. I thought his loud voice was his only outstanding feature. He may look like a little imp at times, but Apollo can be really nice too. I hope she didn't hurt her wrist backhanding that one out. But one has to wonder, why did Mr. Justice stay behind in the ruins? I think Apollo might have figured something out. Something? What kind of something? Something to do with the courtroom bombing kind of something, I think? Oh ho! New evidence for the case, was it? That's a very big kind of something indeed. Rabble, 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 rabble. I believe so. He mentioned looking for some evidence when I was called away.
Objection!
Just as I thought. There is a connection between the two incidents. But the defendant has told a very big lie, Your Honor. What lie is that? When she learned Mr. Justice would be looking for evidence, she attacked him. She attacked him to give herself the chance to destroy that evidence. No! I never...
Objection!
Miss Woods repaid Mr. Justice's kindness with violence. We found the proof of her foul deed there in the courtroom ruins. Really? Are you kidding me? I swear, this whole fingerprint blood name thing, this is at least the 3rd trial in all the games where someone has allegedly left the name of the culprit behind. Do you see it? There in front of Mr. Justice's right hand. Witness the message he left us. It's written in blood. W-O-O-D-S? Why isn't that... That's right, Your Honor, you can spell. It says Woods in capital letters. What? I submit that Mr. Justice left us with the name of the attacker before he fainted. Apollo is shown collapsed on the floor. The bloody writing is also visible. No, that can't be true. Why would Apollo write my name? Mr. Wright! The nerve of him leaving that message. Why would he do this? He don't take it out on me. I don't understand it any more than you do. When we discovered Apollo yesterday... Apollo! No! We didn't even have a chance to rush over to him. As soon as security heard Athena scream, they ran in and cordoned off the area. After that, they were in the courtroom number 4 with Apollo the whole time. We couldn't investigate anything ourselves and had to leave everything to the police. Still, I never thought they would find some bloody writing there. Now then, please begin your cross-examination, Mr. Wright. Okay then. Let's see. During the trial yesterday, I was overcome by a fit of coughing. Obviously, you don't need to question that. Apollo stayed with me and we went to the courtrooms together. Okay. But then I was called back to this courtroom to give testimony. Yes, you were. Apollo insisted on staying behind in courtroom number 4. I'm curious.
Hold it!
I'd better not ask her about Apollo. I know, I'll use some small talk here to get her to relax a bit. Do you have any hobbies, Miss Woods? Hobbies? Oh, well, I love growing vegetables in my garden. And I love to knit. I like sewing too. I made this outfit myself. That's pretty cool. Keep it up, Mr. Wright, it's working. Now ask her if she has a crush on anyone. Ahem, so, is there anyone in particular you like right now?
Objection!
Mr. Wright, is that question even remotely related to this case? To this case? Not really. Mr. Wright, you will refrain from asking questions unrelated to the case at hand and asking out the witness. You pervert. Sorry, Your Honor. -1 to brownie points. Hehe, Miss Woods, please continue with your testimony. I believe you were telling the court about your attack on Mr. Justice. I swear I didn't attack Apollo. Why would I ever hurt such a kind person? Look, it's obvious Judy didn't attack Apollo. I mean, that's ridiculous. I agree. They must have gone to look for bum rap writing together. But why would they need to fight it so badly that they go all the trouble? I better try to find out more. Okay, there was one I was interested in reading. Not this one. Here it is.
Hold it!
Why exactly did you go to the courtroom ruins? We went to look for my medicine. To stop my coughing. Your medicine? Why would your medicine be in a courtroom number 4? I dropped it in the heat of the moment. Heat of the moment. Bum Rap Riney, he was keeping my medicine safe for me. He has a little compartment that I can put things in, you see? And Phony Fanty is the same type of pocket. Ugh. That's where the bomb was inserted. I had put my medicine for my coughing fits inside Bum Rap Riney. When I told Apollo about it, he said he'd help me go look for him. There was so much rubble in there. I was worried, but there was no rubble or anything in front of the witness stand. So when we got inside, Apollo went straight there and started looking for my Riney in that area. It was so nice of him to do that for me, in spite of all of his injuries. Apollo is so strong and kind, just like the trees of the forest. The way she makes him sound, you'd think Apollo was some kind of ancient god. Oh, wait. So that's why you went to the ruins. I see. That seems to be quite an important fact. Please add to your testimony, Miss Woods. Let's see. This is interesting because apparently, when we were looking before at the picture of the diagram, if you can kind of look at the details, let's see. There, Present!
Objection!
So he started his search with the witness stand, you say? That's right. I guess maybe he wanted to start from the furthest point in the room. He was being so brave. And strong. But that's odd. Under the circumstances, he shouldn't have been capable of that. But he was, and he still is. He might not look it, but he really is brave and kind too. No, that's not the part I'm finding fault with. Someone has a crush on Apollo. He does. Phoenix does. What you are claiming is something that no one should have been able to do. But I should think that anyone can be brave and kind if they want to be, Mr. Wright. True, anyone can be brave and kind. But if you would please take a look at this diagram. With the courtroom in this state, how is it possible to walk up to the witness stand? Oh. I see your point. The rubble blocks off access the area around the witness stand. Humph. Does such a tiny inconsistency even matter? Perhaps the witness is simply misremembering it. Irk. Great, now I'm not so sure it matters. A real man doesn't make mountains out of molehills, you know. But that's precisely what Mr. Wright does best. I call slander, Your Honor. So, was it really impossible to approach the witness stand? I have to say, it's a bit hard to tell with any accuracy from just this diagram. Mr. Payne, do you have any other photos of the crime scene? Let me see, Your Honor. Let me check my fanny pack. Ah, yes, look here. I have one more. Here it is, a more pulled back version of the photo I presented before. Apollo's assault photo updated in the court record. Huh? What's that hunk of metal on wheels? Mr. Payne, is the metallic object in that photo of Mr. Tonate's bomb transport case? That's right. Is there some problem? Ah, yes, that transport case was there in the courtroom number 4 when the bomb went off. It must have been there ever since. Oh, that's it. Miss Woods, have you remembered something? Yes. I just realized its position. It's different from before. Its position? The position of what? The position of that big metal thing. The bomb transport case? Yes. When Apollo and I went there, it was in a different place. Where the case is in the photo was open space, so it was easy to search the stand. I see. So where was the transport case when you and Mr. Justice saw it? As I recall, it was more to the right. To the right? Then that means, in that case, the case was over there at the time of Apollo's attack. Who cares what the transport case was when? What difference does it make? It has nothing at all to do with what we were talking about. Objection! Where the transport case was has everything to do with this discussion. In fact, it's so important that it's enough to turn the prosecution's argument on its ear. What? Well, that certainly sounds very relevant indeed. And you sound as though you know where the case was at the time of the attack. Yes, Your Honor. This diagram represents the crime scene as shown in the photo. And this is where the transport case was at the time of the assault on Mr. Justice. All right, I have this. The bomb transport case was here at the time of Apollo's attack. Come on down. Right her.
Take that!
Huh. Your Honor, I assert that this is where the transport case was at the time of the assault. But that's inconceivable! Miss Woods, was this where the transport case was when you saw it? Yes, that's where it was. Thank you, Miss Woods. And unfortunately, we're out of time, so stay tuned tomorrow for the next episode, and thanks for watching. Bye! Fun fact, Adam is actually harvested from sea slugs. And they're put into the little sister's stomachs, and it generates far more Adam than it would normally on its own, which is pretty disgusting. Oh, I kind of want to listen. Why are you running? Is it because I'm running? It's because I'm running, isn't it? Shoot, I didn't realize. Art, science, to industry. Frick.